Alrighty folks, so a bit of a different video today. As you can see, we're in a whole different setup. Yes, this is my bed. I do not need your judgment. Today, I thought it would be a good idea to actually turn these little pieces of sticky notes and stuff that I have into another art piece, because I was like, man, it would really be nice to hang these on my wall so I can see the progress I made, you know, drawing these things and how much better I got at it and junk like that. So I was like, oh, why don't I just do the same thing I did here, but on this sheet of paper? So it's not going to be just you watching me doing this. This is also an update about kind of what I'm thinking about as far as like career-wise and stuff like an artist, because, you know, I just told you I just graduated and all that stuff. So just kind of giving you the thought process. It may help kind of humanize, like humanize ain't the right word. It may help normalize. See the AC turned on right now? Like, what's up with that? Like I was saying, it may help normalize this whole situation where of feeling kind of lost from outside of college, because I sure am. I'm lost. Anyway, let's just get into it and I'll unpack it for you, okay? These sticky notes, as you can see, are losing their stickiness. So I have some trusty dusty. That cannot be the phrase. It cannot be trusty dusty. Is it trusty dusty? Anyways, and among other things that don't matter, I just have this masking tape that I'm gonna use if it kind of looks like it's not sticking, because that's precisely what's going on here. So yeah, so let's get to the unpacking, shall we? So let's see. This one I do believe was my first sticky note drawing I made in class. So I'm just gonna attach that to the corner here. So as far as what I'm thinking about as far as art careers, I learned early on that I truly hate the museum scene of art. Everybody thinks that like, oh, okay, so you want to be an artist. Okay, so you're going to be displaying your work in museums and everybody's going to see them and you're going to get recognition, or you're going to be sitting there trying to show stuff in museums and nobody's going to care, and you're going to be just like scraping for pennies and stuff like that. You know, which like understandable, like real. But I think the situation here, like for me, I really hate the museum scenes, because I had a museum studies class and I learned like the inner workings of a museum and all the crap you had to do just to display a work in there. It's like, it's so annoying. Like it really just kind of like makes me want to flee. Like first chance I get, like run away from that situation. I really hate that. But the thing is, like, so what else do I want to do, right? So my plan, what I had in my head, I want to sell prints of my work online, which I said in that first video where I said I graduated and stuff like that. But I want to sell prints of my work. But the thing is, I don't have a website yet. I don't know how that works, like selling prints and stuff like that. Like, do I have to go through another company to do so that like they print it out and send it to them, or is it like I print everything out and send it to people? Like, is it like some like Etsy level like entrepreneurship, or is it like different than that, you know? So I'm kind of lost as what to do. I'm also just trying to manage, like the main thing I want to do as an artist that I have in my head is like sell my prints, one, and then content creation, because this is something I've always wanted to do. Plus I see how much like value and knowledge I have to offer people, not to be vain, but just from going through like art school and the things that I've learned via art school, you know. So I feel like I can help a lot of people, and I feel kind of called to do this in some sort of way. So that's why I'm being a lot more consistent about it, especially since I'm out of college. Like I have no excuse not to be consistent, honestly, at this point. But like as far as the museum scene, it just takes so much work to display stuff. Like I was lucky when I did my little exhibition for my senior class and stuff like that. Like I was lucky because my artworks were well contained and stuff like that. I carried them in myself. I set everything up just about with a little bit of help from like the museum technician people that like work at the school, you know. But it's so much like politics and being cordial and with people that like may suck, and you know, you got the haughty people who are like think they better than everybody else and stuff like that. It's really just like not my scene at all. Not like no shade to people who do like that, but it's just me personally. It just drains my soul of life to like think about dealing with those people constantly and going to museums and stuff like that constantly and stuff. Like I'll look through a doggone. I'll go to a museum. Okay, I'll look through a museum, but being in a museum is way harder than looking at the stuff in there. So that's kind of the dilemma that's going on in my head right now. I just realized that I have in some way lost count of what the freak order these going. I think this one's next. I do believe. I don't think it's that important. But yeah, I'm gonna just put this one next though, because like, you know, color, and I don't want like too many of the same color to be stacked on each other if I can help it. But I want to hang this up in my room. I know this may not be the most interesting video either, but like it's kind of stressing me out. Like my mom is constantly going to art events and telling me of opportunities and stuff like that to do art, and I am really just, to put it bluntly, I am afraid of reaching out and like, I have an extreme fear of failure. But the thing is, in my fear of failure, I don't try to do things, and I don't go out and get things. Like, I don't even try. So I end up failing inadvertently anyway, which is like stupid, but it almost feels more comfortable to fail passively than it does to like go out and reach opportunities. Like my mom is sending people's Instagram, like she'll talk with like an artist at an event, get their socials and information. Basically, she's pitched to them who I am as a person and as an artist, right? She'll be like, okay, so my daughter does art and stuff like that, like, could she talk to you or stuff like that? And she'll be like the person that she'll talk to will be like, yeah, like I'd love to speak to her about this and that. But then I'm like, she'll shoot me their Instagram or something, or tell me of an opportunity, and I'll just be like, I don't know, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think, like, it's just my avoidance of like pain is just so extreme at this point. It's really just disheartening, to be honest. But you know, I was gonna say what can you do, but the truth is I can do plenty, to be honest. But yeah, it's really hard to step out of that box. It's really comfortable in my home doing what I do now, and you know, if it wasn't for like different things I'm involved in, like jiu-jitsu and other stuff like that, then I probably wouldn't be out of the house hardly at all. Like I have like strong recluse energy, and it seems like I'm such an outgoing person, and I am around people I'm cool with and people I care about, you feel me? But like when it comes to just interacting with like the corporate America, oh my gosh, like I'm like, somebody please come get me. It's just full of fake people, you know, and that's like the last place I want to be. But if I mess around and keep fooling around with my art dreams and stuff like that, I'm gonna end up working a 9-to-5 somewhere to get some money. I'm being dramatic. I understand I'm very privileged to be in the position I am, to like, you know, have my dad who's like supporting me and in my corner and stuff like that when I do content creation, something that other people's parents wouldn't even like accept as like a viable option for like a career, like just things to do, you know. But I have supported parents that just like do something, but then it's just like I'm afraid, I don't want to, I'm scared. It's just something I gotta work through. It's like not worth beating myself up about, you know. Dang, that got really morbid. I'm so sorry to drop a trauma bomb on y'all like that. If you could call that trauma. But yeah, that's basically what's going on with me. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not like you get to college and you graduate and it's like, oh man, life gets better. It's like, nah, man, like them bills start hitting. You gotta worry about what your next steps is in life. You gotta worry about what to do. Like at first, you just worry about like, oh my gosh, I just gotta get through school, bro. Like if I could just get through school, then it'd be good. I'll be chilling. And then you get through school and you be like, oh snap, what do? I got through school. It just keeps going. Okay, I think we've run into a bit of a predicament here. I'm not sure what comes next. But he doesn't have an additional color, so maybe he comes right here. Does he come next? I think I might put this green one here. Well, no, because it's got highlighter in it, so I can't just... So that's not one of the newest pieces. I think I can't do the blue. It's really not this serious, but like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it is, because this is something I want to put on my wall. I have some OCD like tendencies, or some perfectionistic tendencies, so I really don't want this. Oh no, we can't do purple on purple. No, I refuse. FKH Wiggs gotta go next. Then her, yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, we actually got like it's one pink per line, so that's working out interestingly enough. I'm not sure how that happened. Let's see. One page might not be enough. Like, so I have these in this book, then I have these right here that I did, and I have this one. So there might not be enough space. Let's see. This is all one color. This is where it starts getting more advanced. Oh no, we've run into an issue. Oh no. No. I think I like it like this, but I'm not sure what I'm doing. We're gonna figure this out. I'm sorry to whoever New Zealand and Australian people I offended, and probably British too, because it was just a horrible accent overall. See, that's what happens when you watch a bunch of Star Wars and Clone Wars. You start thinking you can speak like Omega and all the freaking Bad Batch and junk. Man, I didn't expect to get stumped this easy. I'm definitely finna run out of space. This is 18 inches worth of sheet this way. Oh no, it's green. Okay, we're gonna have to switch it up. Switch it up. Oh, phooey. What if I switch these two? It'll be out of order, but it'll be more spaced out. And then that way, I can then this here. No, oh, no, that don't work. Freckle frack, man, dang. Oh man, okay. Maybe, no, can't switch them. I can switch these though. No, I can't. Grr! Anger, mad, frustration. These are gonna have to get switched. It's just how it's gonna have to be. So I think it's time to start cutting into these multi-colored ones. So we got her and then her. It's just gonna have to line up that. No, it don't. It don't have to line up that way. It don't have to. Cause then I can do this. Oh, but it looks stupid now. Okay. Alright, we're gonna work through this, folks. I think the hardest, good gracious. I think the hardest part about being in this phase of my life is like the questions about people. You know, like people get excited about the fact that you graduated and their first question is like, oh, what are you gonna do? Which, you know, in everybody's head, like, you should have that together. But the truth of the matter is, most people ain't got it together. So for them to expect you to have it together is kind of crazy. But I've just been telling people I'm gonna be a freelance artist, and then seeing the disappointment in people's faces is crazy. Cause I started out as a biology student, you know, so that's what I was like focusing on doing, and I took biodiversity, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think my brain can take this, or mental state, and so I changed my major to art because it's really what I've had a passion for my whole freaking life just about, you know. But it still be hurting sometimes to like see people like ask you what you're doing, and when you don't say doctor or neurosurgeon or scientist, people just kind of go, oh, like, you know, it's kind of crazy. It's like they think it's a waste or something for me to just pursue what I love, when really the world needs both the arts and sciences, and they even overlap all the time. Like, just like there's so much art within science. Like when you just look at nature and all the different ways that just things line up, there are artistic like terms to explain all that stuff, like line and shape and all that stuff. And also the way that an artwork can make you feel about specific things. Like I think there's a science to that, you know, like, and I just don't understand. I don't know, man. It just be making me feel some type of way just to know that like they're like, oh man, she's gonna be an artist. Dang. Like, you know, that junk is crazy. I'm sure it doesn't help that it's like I'm not busting my behind right now, like busting the move, trying to, you know, grind and be the best artist on this planet or something, but you know, I'm figuring stuff out. I kind of don't have a gauge for like where y'all are in y'all's lives. I really don't know my age demographic that I reach. I feel like it's around like Gen Z's type age and stuff like that. But I kind of wonder, like, is anybody else kind of going through the same thing, trying to figure out like what their path is in life, what they're called to do? So yeah, I kind of wonder like how normal is it to be kind of just questioning everything. Also, if you guys have any tips for how to kind of get started, like being an entrepreneur artist, let me know, like, because I really do not know like the method or the way I want to go about this, you know. I just know that I want to continue to do YouTube. Like that's something that's gonna be a part of my life no matter what I do. And it's just like whatever path of art I take is going to be what's posted on this channel, you know. So okay, it's starting to come together. I'm really gonna love to hang this on my wall. But yeah, the good thing is I actually do have some income outside of art, you know. Like I have a kind of thing that I got going right now, so I am making some money, but it's really not enough to like preserve myself where I live. Thankfully I have room and board for my dad, but like I still don't make what most people would make. Even though it's like a really good situation, it's still not enough. Everybody needs money to survive. Like I'm not just trying to be like Bane or nothing. It's just like I got bills to pay now. Like that sounds crazy. I was not rushing to be an adult, bro. Like I really did not want these problems, but like you gotta grow up at some point, I guess. Also, I am going to be going back to doing art critiques and stuff like that. Like I want to help you guys out, you know, and I want to share what I learned in school with everybody, so like y'all don't have to pay $30,000 to just know the things that I do. Like you just come to my YouTube channel and you get it in less than like 30 minutes, you know. So I do want to help y'all want to do archetypes and stuff like that. I just realized we have a duplicate again. Oh my gosh, the pain. This is what I get for having too many greens. We do this, right? Then here we got this going on. Then we have this right here. And I just let those two bottom ones be white because that's the order they were created in. And then instead I'm gonna switch these two, even though I'm pretty sure the order they were made was that order. Oh no, it's falling apart. I don't know why all kids be trying to grow up so darn fast. And like, I freaking miss nap time, dog. Like, I miss when I could just take a nap whenever, bro. Like, I never, like, as a kid, I was never the one who was mad about nap time, but I know people who would genuinely, like, tweak out because they had to take a nap and they didn't want to, bro. Like, that, I mean, that wasn't me, but, dog, I wish I could just take a nap whenever now. Jokes aside, though, there is this kind of looming expectation that's over my head that I feel like, that I don't know if it's, like, myself, like the expectations I have for myself to succeed or be a better person or stuff like that, but it really does feel like a burden of sorts just to be somebody, you know, like, and I know that sounds crazy because, like, you know, everybody's somebody, but I don't feel like I'm somebody, you know, sometimes. Good Lord, that got dark. What is this doodle stain right here, bro? Like, what is that? Anyways, but yeah, just like the kind of pressure I put on myself to kind of just do everything right the first time. I hate failure, I hate failing. And so anytime I take an L, it's like a shot at my pride, and I feel like I ain't good enough to do nothing, you know? Even when it comes to art, like I mess up on my art pieces, and I'm like, I should never pick up a brush again. Like, you know, and it's just, I know that's dramatic, but that's really what be going through my head, and I have to fight that. You know, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's got, like, what is that? Imposter syndrome? Is that what that's called? Like, you feel like you don't deserve the things that you have, or, you know, you haven't gotten to the places you have through your own merit, I guess. That junk is real, though. And I see my friends grinding and stuff like that, and like them being, you know, they're go-getters, and I just don't, there's a lack of straight up motivation in me when it's not immediate consequences like there to just like convince me that things need to get done, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a problem. And I don't know how this happened or how this version of me came to be, but it is what it is right now. I'm just fighting it. I'm trying to build up my discipline. My dad's helping me too. You know, like we're working out a lot, and that helps my mental state a lot too. So it's kind of a must. And then being on this schedule, doing the work and posting videos every day, you know, this is me trying to build habits for myself to be a better person, you know. But I don't know what kind of person I'm gonna be, what kind of stuff I'm gonna be doing, or like what I'm meant to do on this earth. But the main thing that need to get done is I need a freaking website, and I don't know how to go about that, like an artist website with all my artwork and stuff. It's just like, it's kind of mandatory if you're gonna be any kind of fine artist at all. I do have a portfolio, so that's good, but I don't know. All of it, I did it all rushed, so I probably need to go back and look at it. I really just want to just stay out of corporate America, bro. If I could manage that, that would be the pinnacle, bro. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with none of that, none of it. I'm be able to be myself and not be stifled or have somebody's thumb on me, you know? It's just, I've seen many people in my family go through that. I've seen my parents go through that, dealing with people just because they have power and dealing with their wrath and issues and problems and stuff. Easily solvable problems, 9 times out of 10. But, you know, we're gonna see where my life goes and what I decide to do. But the first step is just figuring out, like, how to make a website. It's an interesting life being an artist. It just really makes you think about things. It's so crazy to think that, like, so many people don't value the arts and stuff like that. Like, it's unnecessary or it's a waste of time, when the arts have basically gotten us to where we are now. Like, art is in history. We can tell about different events that happened because of the artworks that were made during those times. People have, like, literally since the dawn of people, like since people were made, people have been making art, and that's how they can tell like what the heck was going on during those times and stuff. Like, art is so important. It grounds us to our humanity a lot of times. It makes us think outside the box. Makes us think critically. You know, it's so important. So many people just doodle on it. It's crazy. It's crazy to see just how many people get bummed when you say you an artist. Like, it's like, dog, it's not your life. Like, why are you sad that I decided to choose this? Anyways, we're almost done. I think I decided to, I'm gonna split them up just for a little bit of variety. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get for now. I'll probably adjust some of these later. I might put some little balls of tape to kind of stick these down because they want to fly away. Well, it's looking like this is the finished product for now. I actually have I have all these still to put somewhere, and this one that I just made too. So I gotta find somewhere for these. However, this is all that's gonna fit on this sheet, so I might just start another one and hang it under it on the wall or something like that. But this is it. That's what we got going. I'm so proud of this, to be honest. It's good to have these all laid out here so I can see just how much progress I've made. So every time I start doubting myself about my abilities or what I've done and stuff like that, I literally have this is proof that I've innovated and become a better artist and stuff like that. So anyways, that's my little info dump. You know, I tell y'all all this stuff because I want y'all to understand that it is normal to doubt yourself and have, you know, mental battles while doing art. Art is a very mental thing, you know, and it requires a lot of brain power and takes a lot of thought and stuff like that, you know, so it's kind of easy to feel inadequate and stuff like this, you know, and that can be said for anything, but, you know. Anyways, I hope this, kind of gives you, makes this, normalize this for you, you're not alone in these struggles that you have, because other people have struggles, aka me, I'm having struggles. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this little situation. This is gonna be so long to edit. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.